In this video session, we will be studying about built-in functions related to dictionary and some dictionary manipulation programs. Now in this program, we will be demonstrating some built-in functions with the dictionary and their output. So the first statement, I have created a new dictionary with variable dict1 and we have stored 3 student records inside it for Sam, Sita and Said. Now in the first print statement, I am trying to print the length of dict1. So now len will check how many items are there inside dictionary. Okay, so here you can see Sam 97 is the first item, Sita 95 is the second item, Said 90 is the third item. So now this print statement will give result as 3 because dict1 has 3 items inside it. So that is the length of dict1. Now the next print statement, I am creating an empty dictionary. So I already told you this is a built-in function which can be used to create an empty dictionary. So after creating an empty dictionary, if you print it in the output, you will see the output like this. Okay, 2 curly bracket with nothing inside it. Now the next 3 print statement, you can see I am calling built-in function with dict1 keys, values and items. By seeing this name itself, you can clearly understand what it does. dict1.keys will extract only the key element from dict1. So it will extract Sam, Sita and Said. So the result is going to be Sam, Sita and Said. Now in the next print statement, you can see I am trying to extract only the values from dict1. So here the values will be printed out 97, 95 and 90. Now in the next print statement, I want the complete item. Okay, so this will return a list of tuples with key value pair. Okay, so each tuple will have Sam, 97. The next tuple will have Sita, 95. The third tuple will have Said, 90. Okay, it will return tuples with key value pair. Now after that, in the next statement, you can see I am using an inbuilt function called get with the key Sita. This is another way to extract the value available at key Sita. So this will print 95 because the value stored for key Sita is 95. You can also get 95 by writing like this, dict1 in square bracket, you can give Sita. Okay, this method we have already seen in the previous session. Now in the next print statement, you are trying to get the value stored at key John. Now if you check the entire dictionary, you can see there is no key with name John. So this will return none, which means that get function could not find a key stored inside dict1 with name John. Now the next statement, you can see this is how you can delete an item from a dictionary. So if you call the function del, del stands for delete, and after that you can give the name of the dictionary dict1 and then you provide the key, then it will delete both the key and the value from the dictionary. So that is why I told you it would delete the entire item from the dictionary. So here it deletes the item with key, it's not John, with key value Sita. Okay, now after that, if you print dict1, now dict1 will have only 2 items inside it, Sam 97 and Said 90, because we have deleted Sita 95. If you want to delete an entire dictionary, you can do this. You just write del and provide the name of dictionary dict1 without any key value. This will delete this entire dictionary from the memory. So now let us run the program. So now I will just increase the size of the output window so we can see everything. So now you see the first print statement is trying to print the length of dict1. So it has 3 elements inside it. So that is why the output is coming as 3. Next print statement, I am creating a blank dictionary, an empty dictionary, and printing it out. So you can see the dictionary is coming like this, 2 curly brackets with nothing inside it. In the next print statement, you can see we are trying to extract the keys from this dictionary, and here you can see we have done that. You can see the key are Sam, Sita and Said. In the following print statement, we are trying to extract only the values from this dictionary, and you can see in the output only the value 97, 95 and 90 is printed out. In the next print statement, I am trying to extract the entire items from the dictionary. So now you can see dict items. You can see Sam 97, Sita 95 and Seth 90 is extracted as tuples. You can see they are enclosed in round brackets, right, as pairs. And after that, I am trying to get the value stored for key Sita. Okay, so you can see the value for Sita is 95 and that is printed out. After that, I am trying to get the value stored for key John from dict 1. Now it will return as none because it could not find out the key John inside dict 1. After that, I am trying to delete item which have key Sita. So this is the entire item which has key Sita. So this entire thing, Sita and 95, both of them will be deleted from dict 1. After that, when I print dict 1, you can see only 2 student records are there, Sam and Seth, because Sita is already deleted. And finally, if you want to delete the entire dictionary itself, you can call del function with the variable name of dictionary, which is dict1. It will remove the entire content of dict1, so even Sam, Seth will also be removed from memory. Alright, so now let us continue. So in this program also, we are continuing our study on built-in functions in dictionary. So first statement, I have created a dictionary dict1 with the same student record as we have used in the previous program. Okay, Sam 97, Sita 95, Seth 90. In the next statement, you can see I have created a new list. Okay, so the name of this list is list pair. So that is just a variable name. You can give any name over here. Now you can see inside this list, I have 3 elements and each of those elements is a tuple. You can see it is using a rounded bracket, right? And inside tuple, I have values given in pair. You can see John 87, Hari 91 and Dia 89. So how do you understand it is a list? Because you can see it is starting by a square bracket and ending with a square bracket. And inside this list, there are 3 tuple elements. Now why I create this list is because if you create a list just like this, you can convert this list completely into another dictionary by using an inbuilt function. So that is what we are going to study in the next statement. So here you see I'm calling a function called dict. Now we have used this function dict before to create a blank dictionary. You remember, if I give dict without any arguments inside, this will produce a blank dictionary. So right now I'm going to give an argument which is a list. Okay, so this is the actual list over here, list pair. So what this dict function will do, it will convert John 87, Hari 91 and Dia 89 into a dictionary, and it will store into this new variable dict2. So after that, when you print dict2, you will see the output will come with a curly bracket, and after that you will have John colon 87, then you will have Hari colon 91, you will have Dia colon 89. This is a much easier way to convert a list in which the data item is provided in pairs. And also you can see the explanation here. This function dict will create dictionary from a sequence of key value pair. So here you should understand any sequence can work over here. Okay, it can be a list, it can be a tuple. Okay, you can change it. So if you want to create a list of list, it is possible. You can put this John 87 in square bracket, Hari 91 in square bracket, Dia 89 in square bracket. So what happens here is that inside this big list, I have smaller list with pair values inside it. This list also works perfectly. Dict function will readily convert it into a dictionary. So what I mean is that for this function dict, the input that you give here can be a list, it can be a tuple, but the content inside this list or tuple should be in pairs. Then only dict function can read them in pair and convert them into key value pair and store it into the variable that you provide it on the left side. Okay, and after that when you print dict2, you will get this result. So now I have two dictionaries in this program. The first dictionary is dict1, which has the records of Sam, Sita and Seth. Now I have a new dictionary, dict2, with value John, Hari and Dia. Now if you want to combine them or append them or maybe join them together, you can use this built-in function called update. So if you write dict1.update and as an argument you provide dict2, so now dict2 will be joined to dict1. So which means after dict1, I'll put a comma, then you will have John 87, then you put a comma, Hari 91 and Dia 89. So now dict1 will increase in size by joining the value available in dict2 inside of it. So after that, when you print dict1, you can see there will be 6 student records inside it, starting from Sam until Dia. Now if you want to remove all the contents of dictionary 2, you can call this inbuilt function clear. Clear will remove all the contents inside dictionary 2. So right now dictionary 2 has 3 student records inside it, John, Hari and Dia. All these 3 items will be cleared from dict2, and once this function is finished, what you have in your hand is a blank dictionary with name dict2. And after that, when I try to print dict2, you will see a blank dictionary is getting printed out. So now let me explain to you what is the difference between del dict1, which we have studied in the previous slide, and dict1.clear, which we have seen an example here with dict2. So dict1.clear will remove all the records from dict1, but it will keep that dictionary as a blank dictionary. So dictionary is not removed, only the data is removed. But if you use the first inbuilt function del on dict1, it will remove the data and also the dictionary. So after that, dict1 is non-existent. It is not even present in the memory. So that's a fundamental difference between delete inbuilt function and clear inbuilt function when you work on dictionary. So now let us run this program. Okay, so our program is ready. So let me execute it. You can see the result. I have created a dictionary called dict1. I have created a list called list pair. Now inside this list, I have each element as a tuple. Okay, and inside each of this tuple, I have a pair of data, John and 87. Now using this list, I am going to create a dictionary by the help of inbuilt function dict. And now the newly created dictionary will be loaded into variable dict2. After that, when I print dict2, you can see the first result over here. After that, I will update dict1 by adding the items of dict2 to dict1. And after, when you print dict1, you can see now dict1 has 6 student records inside it. Now the first 3 records were already there in dict1, and after that the next 3 records are actually coming from dict2, which got appended to dict1. Now after that, you call the clear built-in function on dict2, so this will remove all the content inside dict2. So John, Hari and Dia is removed from dict2, but clear will keep the dictionary as a blank dictionary, only the content is removed. So after that, when I print dict2, you can see the blank dictionary is printed out. So right now there is no content inside dict2 because we have cleared it. So now let us continue. By using this program, we will study how to enter data into a dictionary. We will be entering name and mark from the keyboard, and this name and mark should be entered into dictionary as an item. So name is going to be the key and mark is going to be the value that you're going to store for each key. So now let us see how we can do it. So first I'm going to create a new dictionary. The name of the dictionary is stud detail because I'm going to store student detail inside it, and I have created a blank dictionary. Okay, so now stud detail is equal to a blank dictionary, nothing is inside it. And after that, in the next statement, I will ask how many student record or how many student items you want to enter into the dictionary. Okay, so if I enter 3, then 3 students name and mark will be asked to the user. So now value 3 is stored into n. So now this for loop has to work 3 times each time accepting a student name and student mark. So now the range operator in for will work from 0 to 3. So the value produced by this range operator will be 0, 1 and 2. So first the value 0 will be loaded into I. So the value of I is having value 0. And now I will print to the screen, enter the name of student I plus 1. So if the value of I is 0, I plus 1 is 1. So it will print, enter the name of student 1. So whatever you enter will be stored into variable name. So assume that you entered over here Geeta, so that will be stored into name. So name now has value Geeta inside it. After that I will print, enter the mark of student 1. Then whatever mark you enter will be converted to a float. So I can enter a decimal value if you want. So I will enter 91.3. That will be stored into variable mark. So right now variable mark will have value 91.3. In the last statement, I will make the entry to our dictionary stud detail. So here you have to write stud detail, then the key value inside here. So what is the key now? So the key is stored inside variable name. So the value here is Geeta. And what is the mark for Geeta? 91.3. So this will come like stud detail of Geeta is equal to 91.3. So now to the dictionary a new item will be added. The key will be Geeta colon and the value will be 91.3. Now the control will come back to for loop again. This time the value of I will become 1 and now I will print, enter the name of the student for student number 2. So here you can enter the second student, for example Ram. Okay, so that will be stored into variable name. So name now will have new value Ram. And after that enter the mark of student I plus 1. So here it will come as 2. Enter the mark of student 2. You can enter any marks for Ram, for example 81.67. So now this will be stored into mark. So mark will be 81.67. After that this statement will evaluate like student detail of name. Right now name is Ram. So here it will be Ram. And after that here you have mark, so that will be 81.67. so this will create a new item in your dictionary with key as Ram colon value as 81.67. now for loop will work one more time collecting another student record, so that will come here as key and value and your dictionary will stop. So this is how you enter data into a dictionary. After that, you can print the data from dictionary by using the last for loop. In the previous session, we have seen two different methods to read value from a dictionary and print it out. So we are using the first method over here. So initially I will print student name /t mark /t is used for giving a tab space. So in the output, you will see student name, followed by that you will have a tab space. So 8 spaces will be left and after that mark will be printed. So they are well spaced between them. That is why we use /t. Now we have the for loop which will take key value from stud detail. So the first key value is Geeta. So that will be loaded into key. And then I will print the key first. So Geeta will be printed. After that I have 2 /t. So enough space will be left. And after that I will use the variable name of dictionary stud detail with the value of key. So what is the value of key now? That is Geeta. Okay, so this will find the value stored for key Geeta. So the value is 91.3. So that will be printed. Again the control will come to for. Next time for will take the next key Ram and Ram will be printed with the mark stored for Ram. Okay, and after that the last student detail also will be printed and your program will stop. So in this program you learn how to enter record into the dictionary. After that how to read it back from the dictionary and print it out. So now let us execute it. So program is ready, so let me run it first. So now it is asking how many students. If you give 5, you can actually enter 5 student name and mark, because your for loop is going to work 5 times. So we'll keep it simple. We will enter 3 and enter the name of the first student. I will enter Geeta. Mark is going to be 78. Name of the second student, I will enter Ram. Mark is 89. And the third student is Samir, and the mark is 92. So now when I press enter, you can see now the record is stored into the dictionary student detail. And after that, when I try to print it out using this for loop, I have given this /t over here and /t twice over here just to make this output look better. So you have enough space between Geeta and marks and Ram and marks so that they're separated out and you can see it as a table. In this program, we will study using dictionary how to count the number of occurrences of each character in a given string. So for example, if I enter a string called hello world, I should get output like this. The first character H is coming 1 time inside this string. The second character E is coming 1 time inside this string. Now the third character L, you can see it is coming 3 times. So 3 should be stored into the dictionary for key value L. So after this program runs, we are expecting an output dictionary which will be like this. Okay, so H colon 1, then you will have key value E with value 1, then key L with value 3, and it goes on for all the characters inside the string. So this dictionary is what we have to develop from this input string. Okay, hello world. So let us see how our program does that. Our program asks us to input a string, so I will enter hello world into it. Okay, without any space, as one single word. If you give space also, you don't have to worry. Space will be counted as a separate character. Okay, so anyway, this hello world will be stored into str1. After that, I'm going to create a blank dictionary. Okay, so nothing is inside it. As the program proceeds, we will write the output to this dictionary. So the name of the dictionary is dict. So now we have dic. Right now there is nothing inside it, but soon we will have value populated inside it. After that, we have a for loop, and this is the body of the for loop. Now this for loop is actually going to take each character from the string and then load it into this dictionary with the corresponding value. So I have written the input string over here, hello world. So now the first character H will be loaded into the control variable ch. For loop run for each character inside str1, and now str1 has value hello world inside it. So now H will be loaded into ch. So next I will check in my if loop whether the value of ch is not available in our dictionary called dict. Okay, so now what is the value of ch? That is character H. So I am checking whether H is not in dict. You can see there is nothing inside our dictionary. So this will evaluate to true. So now I am entering the first item into my dictionary. So this statement will come like dict of H, because that is the value of ch, right? Dict of H is equal to 1. So the first item inside dict will be entered like H colon 1. Now after that, the else part will not work because if was true. Now the control will come back to 4. Now next, for will take the second character from str1, which is E, and that will be loaded to ch. Now in the if condition, we will check whether E not in dictionary. Right now we have one element in dictionary, but the key value I have is H. We don't have a key called E. So this will be again true. So now I will come inside. This time I will try to load key E with value 1. So I will have E colon 1. So why we are putting 1 here? Right now I have seen that H is coming 1 time inside the string. E is coming 1 time inside the string. So then else will not work. The control will come back to 4. Now we will load the first L into ch. Now I will check whether L is not in dictionary. It is true because L is not available as a key inside dictionary. So now I will enter the next item, L:1. Why? Because I have found L character one time inside hello world. Now the control will come back to 4 again. This time we are going to see the second L. So now in if condition I will check L not in our dictionary, but this will evaluate to false because you can see we have L over here. So when it evaluates to false, the control will come to else, and in else we have this statement which evaluates like our dictionary with the value of ch. Right now the value of ch is L, so dictionary of L is equal to dictionary with key value L plus 1. Now what is the value of dictionary with key L? You can see for key L the value is 1. So here we have 1. So 1 plus 1, 2. So 2 will be stored as the value for key L. So now this 1 will be removed and 2 will be written over here. Why? Because we have identified now 2L inside the string. Now after that we will take each character at a time. You can see how it proceeds. Now the overall logic behind this for loop is that this for loop will accept one character at a time. The if loop will work if that character is not available inside dictionary, which means that we are seeing that character for the first time. So if loop will just make an entry of that new character, and by default we will write 1 because it was not found before. So this is the first time we are seeing it, and we can say the occurrence of this character is 1. If we get a character in for loop which is already there in dictionary, then the else part will work. And in else part we are not going to enter this character again. We will just increase the count of it to 2. When you see the second O over here, this is going to happen. Okay, so if loop will work to make a new character entry into the dictionary. Else loop will work when you are seeing a character for the second time, third time, fourth time inside the dictionary. Once this for loop is finished, you will have all the characters inside your string with the corresponding character count. Okay, so L finally will have 3 because you can see there are 3 L's. Okay, so it will be complete. After that, you can print the result in 2 different ways. Either you can print as a dictionary itself, or you can print the result with a for loop so that each character with its occurrence will be printed in separate lines. So this is completely up to you. If based on the question, if you can just print it as a dictionary, this is very easy. You just call print dictionary, it will print like this. Okay, inside curly bracket it will write h1, e1, l3, o2 like that. If you want to print this in separate lines, you can use this for loop. We have seen how to print a dictionary in the previous program for key in dict. So it will take the first key value h into a control variable key, and after that we will print the value of key, which is h colon, and dict key. This will actually print the value stored inside dictionary for key h. So the value stored inside dictionary for key h is 1, so 1 will be printed. And after that the control will come back here. It will accept the next key, which is e, and it will be printed e colon 1, then l colon 3. It goes like that. So either you can print it like this, or you can print each character with its occurrence in separate line. These 2 print statement are optional. Okay, so when you write a program, you have to do only any one of this. Whichever you like, you can stick to that. So now let us run this program. Alright, our program is ready. So let me just run it. So now you can enter any string that you want. I will enter the same string we used to explain this program. So hello world. And now you can see here, this is a string we have entered. And this for loop has actually created a new dictionary called dic or dict. Inside that you have each character with number of occurrence of that character inside the string. Okay, so here you can see E is coming only one time, L is coming 3 times inside hello world, O is coming 2 times inside hello world, then you have W, R, and finally D. Now this is actually printing your entire dictionary as such, and this print statement is actually doing that. If you want to print only this as the output, then you can stop your program at line number 9. If you want to print each character with its occurrence in separate line, you can use this for loop, and then the output will come like this. So this is just 2 different ways of printing it. So now let us continue to the next program. Now in this program we will study how to convert a number into its equivalent words. So if you enter 561 as input to this program, the program should print out 561 in words. So let us see how that is done. So there is one more thing that you should understand. In this program, we will be accepting this 561 as string, not as an integer. Because if it's a string, you can use for loop to extract 1 digit at a time, because 561 is taken as a string and 561 are all individual characters inside that string. When we run the program, you will understand. Okay, so by using this method, you can finish this program much faster. We have a user-defined function over here. The name of the function is convert, and it is expecting a number with string data type. When we start to explain the work of this function, you will understand why we are accepting this number as a string. So now anyway, the interpreter will skip the definition of the function. We will come to the next statement outside the function, and here the program execution starts. So here you can see I have asked the user to enter a number, but I didn't change the data type of that number to int. You can see there is no function int or float written here. Whatever I enter directly is getting stored into n. So if I enter number 561 in keyboard, that will be stored into this variable n as a string, and 5 and 6 and 1 are treated as separate characters inside that string. It is same like copying A, B, C, right? A, B and C are separate characters inside the string. So now there is no difference between this 561 and ABC to the Python program. They are both strings. Okay, so now 561 string is stored into n, and after that I am calling my function convert with this string number n. So now this string 561 is copied into variable num. Now inside the function I have created a dictionary. You can see here the name of the dictionary is num names. So this dictionary will actually give us the word equivalent for each digit, because you see in dictionary we can store data as a pair, so that's the advantage. So here you see for key 0 I have given the value as word 0. For key 1 I have given the value as word 1. For key 2, word 2, just like that. Now you see after the 4th item, I have given a backslash. When Python interpreter sees a backslash, the interpreter understands this line is not complete. The interpreter will continue with the next line, and these 2 lines will be considered as a single line inside Python interpreter. So if you have a big line to be written inside your program, and you know that this line is going to be huge and you cannot write it in one single line, you can always press enter and go to the next line, but please remember to put this backslash so that when interpreter scans through the first line, sees this backslash, and then interpreter will continue scanning the second line, and once this line finishes, both these lines together will be interpreted together by your Python program. So that's the purpose of this backslash. If you want to write one single statement in Python in 2 different lines, this is how you do it. By providing the key value to this dictionary, you can get the equivalent word, which is the value for that key. So we will be referring to this dictionary to convert each digit into the words later. After that, I have created a string variable called words with an empty string. So there is nothing inside it. This is not a double quote. This is two single quotes without a space. So that's a blank string. So now these words have nothing inside it. So I will just write it here, because our output 561 is going to be created inside this variable. So now let us see how it is done. Now this for loop works with string num. Why I call it as a string? Because you see 561, even though it looks a number, it is stored as a string inside this variable num. So as far as Python interpreter is concerned, the data type of this variable num is string. So now you see for loop has the capacity to take one character at a time from the string. So we are using this capacity of for loop to get one digit at a time from this number 561. So that is why we still keep it as a string. If you convert that to an integer and then you work on for loop, the entire 561 will come into ch. Then we don't have any use for that. So now, just like a string, the first character inside the string 5 will be loaded into ch. Now I am going to convert this 5 into an integer. So now inside ch, I have 5, which is a string. Now I will use the typecasting function int to convert this 5 to a number. So what is stored inside key is a number called 5. After that, you see I am trying to get the value stored inside dictionary num name with key as 5, because that is the current value of this key. So now we can see, I will check this dictionary and you can see for key 5, the value is FIVE. So now this value FIVE will be stored into variable name. Okay, because that is the value of this key. So now this name has value FIVE. So now I will add this word FIVE to our output variable words. So right now words have nothing inside it. I will just add FIVE to it and I will store it in words. So now our variable words have the first number name inside it, 5. So now the control will come back to 4. Now 4 will take the next character 6 and load it into ch. So now I will convert the string 6 into an integer and number 6 will be loaded into variable key. After that, I will go to num names dictionary with key value 6. So now we can see with key 6, the value stored in that item is SIX. So that will be stored into variable name. So now variable name has word SIX in it. Already our word string has value 5 inside it. Now to this 5, I will add a space, you can see here, and after that I will add whatever is stored inside name, so that is 6. So now 6 will be joined with that, and now that will be stored into words. So now words have our second number name inside it. Now for loop is going to work the last time. Now character 1 will be stored into ch. Now 1 will be converted to integer, that will be loaded into key. So now key has number 1 inside it. Now I will check what is the value stored for key 1. So here you can see that is word ONE. So that will be stored into variable name, and then I will add name to existing content of variable words. So now I will have the last word 1 written into it. So now for loop has finished accepting all the characters from num. So for loop is finished. Next I will call return with variable words. Okay, so now the control will come back to function call. Whatever is the content of word will be stored into result. So now result has value 561 inside it, and then I will print the number is n. So n will print 561 because that is the value that we have entered, and the number name is result. So here it will print 5 6 1. Okay, so here we have actually converted a number into equivalent words. So now let us run this program. Alright, our program is ready. You can see we have our function definition over here, and this is the dictionary where we have stored the number and its equivalent words inside it. And here you can see, as I have written it in 2 separate lines, I have used this slash to inform the interpreter that these 2 lines should be treated as a single line. After that, I create a variable for keeping my result inside it. The for loop will actually take each character and then check the dictionary, find the corresponding word, and then add those words into the final result, which we are storing inside variable called words. And then the content of these words is returned. It is stored into result, and here you can see the result is printed. So now I will just run it. I will enter number 561 and you can see the result. So if I run the program again, you can give a big number if you want, and you can see all those digits are actually converted to numbers. So now let us continue to the next program. In this program, we will try to find out the highest 2 values in a student dictionary. For example, if you have a student dictionary which stores all the student names and their corresponding marks, and if I ask a question like who is the first and the second rank inside this class, then this program can give you the result. It will find the highest mark and the next highest mark from the dictionary. So I have just written an example here. So this is going to be our input. Okay, so we have 3 students' name, Ali, Bob and Cindy, with 3 marks inside it. And once you check, you can understand the highest mark is with Bob, 45, and next highest mark is with Ali, 34. So the result we are expecting is 45 and 34. So now let us see how this program does that. Initially I am creating a blank dictionary. So the name of the dictionary is dict1. This is going to store the details of student with their marks. So next I will ask how many student records you have to enter. So I will give 3 because I have to enter 3 students. If you enter 5, then this for loop will work 5 times. And it will be asking to enter 5 student records into the dictionary. So next we have the for loop, which is going to accept 3 student name and corresponding marks and store it into dictionary. So the value of n now is 3. So the range function in for loop will have 0 to 3. So the value inside this range function is going to be 0, 1 and 2. 1 less than 3, we have to stop at 2. So the first value 0 will be loaded into I. So the value of I will be 0. It will print enter name of student 1. And after that you can enter the name of the student. So first time I will enter Ali. That will be stored into variable name. And next I will print enter the marks of student 1, and then you can enter marks in float. Okay, so if you want to enter 34.6, you can do that. Anyway, I will enter 34. So it will be stored as 34.0 into variable mark. Now I have the name and mark particular student. So now I can make that entry to my dictionary dict1. So now I will enter the first item into dict1 with dict1 name. Now what is the name? That is Ali. That is the key. And what is the value? That is mark. That is 34. As it is a float, .0 will come automatically. So that's our first item. Now the control will again go back to 4. This time the value of I is going to be 1. I will enter Bob. So that will be stored into name. Then it will ask for the mark. I will enter 45. That will be stored into mark. After that, I will make the entry of the next item into dictionary. So here it will come like dict1 of Bob equal to 45. So now the next item Bob will be entered into dictionary with mark 45.0. After that for loop will run one more time. This time the next student Cindy you can enter with value 23. So now our input is done. Now I can sort and find out the largest and the second largest mark that is available inside this dictionary. So to sort, you can actually use an inbuilt function. So that is why this program size is very less. So you can use an inbuilt function called sorted. With what you have to sort? So I have to sort based on the values stored inside dict1. So what are the values stored inside dict1? So that is 34, 45 and 23. So you should understand we are not sorting the keys, we are sorting based on the values. And here I have written reverse equal to true, so which means that now sorting will work in the reverse order. So reverse order means descending order. So the largest number will be put as the first element, the second largest number will be put as the next element, and the last element in the sorted output will be the smallest element. There is one problem here. You can see the output of this sorted function will be a list. It will not be a dictionary. It will sort the dictionary, but the output created by this function is going to be a list. So I'm going to store that list into a variable sorted list. So what sorted list have now is a list. So that is why I put a square bracket. The largest mark or the largest value will be coming first. So that will be 45. The next highest will be coming next, and the smallest will go to last, because I have called this function sorted by making reverse equal to true. If you don't provide this, then the first element is going to be 23, then you have 34, and finally you will have 45, because sorted is going to sort it in ascending order. But we need here in descending order because we have a purpose of it. So now you see the index value for the first element is 0, second element is 1, and third element is 2. So these are the index values. As I have sorted this in descending order, I know for sure that the highest value is available at index 0, that is the first element, and the second highest will be available at index 1. So in the next print statement, you can just print first highest mark is available in sorted list in square bracket 0. So this will print first highest mark is 45, and in the second print statement I am printing second highest mark is available inside list at index value 1. So you can see at index value 1 we have 34, so that will be printed here. So now let us run this program. The program is ready, so let me run it. So it will ask how many students. You can enter any number of students here. I will give 3. And now I will enter the name of the first student. I will enter the marks. Now I will enter the name of the second student with the marks, and now the last student name with her marks. Okay. Now using the built-in function sorted, we have sorted all the values available inside a dictionary, and the result is stored in the sorted list. And as it is sorted in reverse order, that is descending order, the first element in the list will have the highest value. Now the second highest mark will be available at immediately next index value at index value 1. So now let us go to the last program for this session. Now in this program we will study about various operations in dictionary by using user-defined function like add, delete, modify, check and sort. So these are the activities that we are going to do with the dictionary. We are going to add a new item into dictionary. We are going to delete an item in dictionary. We are going to modify the value stored for a key inside dictionary. We will check whether this key value is available inside the dictionary, and we will also study how to sort the elements in the dictionary and print the result. So this is our main program. Okay, so we will start here. Once we start to call each of these functions, we will move to the corresponding function definition. You can see here you have function definition for add, here you have function definition for delete, modify, check and sort. As we call each function, we will go there and we will discuss how it is done. Our program starts here because the other two parts are just function definition. So our interpreter is going to start execution at here. So we will create a blank dictionary called dict1. So this dictionary is going to store records just like we are keeping contacts inside our mobile phone. So we will be storing our friend's name along with their mobile number. Okay, so the name is going to be the key and the value is going to be the mobile number. So together it will be one single item inside dict1. So first my program will ask how many friends record you want to enter. So I would say 3 because I am interested to enter 3 student records. So here you can see using this for loop, I will enter 3 friends records, that is their name and mobile number, into dict1. Okay, so we have explained how this for loop works many times in previous program, so we'll just go through this first. Okay, so if I enter 3 will be stored into variable num. Now for loop is going to work from 0 to 3, so for loop will work 3 times for 0, 1 and 2. For example, let us say we are going to make the input inside dict1 like this. So I will have the first friend as Bob with a mobile number 91631, something like that. Okay, now after that I will have another friend Ali. Now he is having a different phone number, something. Okay, and I have the third friend called Cindy. Okay, colon, and I will have another mobile number for her, something. Okay, so this is the input that I am trying to give to dict1. Now why I select Ali, Bob and Cindy is because we are going to sort this dictionary based on the key value. So here you can see Ali starts with A, Bob starts with B and Cindy starts with C. So Ali will come first, Bob has to move to the second position and Cindy will be in the last position. So we can understand that our result is sorted. Using this for loop, you can enter the first input over here. So for the first friend, you will enter Bob. So Bob will be stored into name. And after that, it is asking for the phone number for Bob. And here I will enter the number for Bob, 91631 something. That will be stored into the variable phone. And in this statement, I will make the first entry Bob with his mobile number into dict1. Okay, so the name will be taken as key and phone will be taken as value. So you can see here we get the first item, name and phone. And then this for loop will repeat 3 times to collect the value of Ali and Cindy. And after that for loop will finish. So now you have this value available inside dict1. So after that I will print dict1. So whatever you see here will be printed out. I will start to call each of these functions. So after you print the dictionary, the first user-defined function I am going to call is called add with the value of dict1. So now the control will come to the definition of add and the dictionary dict1 will be moved into this dictionary called dic. Now inside this function add, first I will print add a new friend. Then I will ask for the name of the friend. So here for example I enter Danny. So this word Danny will be stored into N and then I will ask for the phone number for Danny. So you can enter something like 191,781 something. So that will be stored into variable P and after that I will make this entry into the dictionary by this statement. You can see dic of N. So N is Danny is equal to P. P is mobile number. So now I will enter a fourth entry into this dictionary. I don't have space here, so I will just write it above. It is going to be Danny with his mobile number 91678 something like that. Okay, and the dictionary will stop over there. After that I will print the dictionary. So now you can see inside dictionary you will have 4 items inside it. Okay, so using function add, I have added a new friend's phone record. Now you can see your function is finished. Now the control will come back to the function call. Okay, so there is nothing more to do in this function call. So interpreter will go to the next line. You are calling the next function called delete. So now the control will come to here where you have defined the function delete. And dict1 will be moved into variable dic and then I will print this function is going to delete a friend and then to delete I will ask the name of the friend. So here you can give any of these 4 names. You can give Bob, Ali, Cindy or Danny. We will try to delete Danny itself. Okay, so I can just remove it over here. So now I will write the name that I want to remove is Danny. So that will be stored into N. After that I will call a built-in function del which we have studied before to delete the key value pair using the value stored inside N. So what is stored inside N? That is Danny. So now this will delete the entire item for Danny and his mobile number from the dictionary. And after that when you print the dictionary, you will see only 3 friends record in it: Bob, Ali and Cindy, because we have deleted Danny. So now the function is finished. So now the control will come back to function call. There is nothing more to do here. So the control will come to the next function. So now I'm going to call a function called modify. So now the control will come to the function definition over here. You can see modify. Now here I am trying to modify the phone number of an existing friend. So I will print modify phone number of a friend. It will ask for the name of the friend. So you have to give a name which is already there. For example, if you want to change for Bob, for example, so I will enter Bob, so the name will be stored into N. Now it is asking for the new phone number of Bob. So I will give another phone number, maybe 616315 something. So that will be stored into P. After that, with this statement, I will change the phone number for the key value N. Okay, so right now the value of N is Bob. So inside dictionary for key N, the new value that is to be stored is P, which is having this phone number 616315. So the phone number of Bob will be deleted, and in there the new phone number will be written 616315 something. Okay, after that it will print the dictionary. So you can see the phone number of Bob has changed. So now modify function has finished. So the control will come back to the function call. So this statement is finished. Now the control will come to check. So with this function check, we are going to find out whether a friend's phone record is available inside our dictionary. So now the control will go to the function called check. So it will come here. You can see the function check over here. So it will accept the dictionary, and then first line it will print it is checking for a friend in the dictionary. Then it will ask for the name of the friend that you want to check whether it is in the dictionary. So if I want to check Cindy, you have to give here Cindy. So this word Cindy will be stored into variable N, and after that I will use my membership operator in to find whether the value of N, which is Cindy, is available inside that's our dictionary. If this is true, then Cindy is actually present inside the dictionary. So I will print N is in dictionary. So N is Cindy. Cindy is in dictionary will be printed. If this is false, in which case Cindy is not available inside the dictionary, then the control will come to else, and I will print Cindy is not in dictionary. Once the function finishes, the control will come to check. Now interpreter will proceed to the next function, sort. So once this function sort is called, now the control will come to here. This is where we have written our sort function. Now logically, let me explain to you how we are going to sort this dictionary. So I will sort all the keys available inside the dictionary based on ascending order, and that will be stored into a list. Now using the values inside this list, we will again try to get the phone numbers, and then we will store it into a new dictionary, so that in that dictionary the values will be sorted according to the name of the friends. Okay, so Ali will be coming first, after that Bob will come, after that Cindy will come. So to store this sorted dictionary, I'll create a new dictionary called sorted dict. Okay, so I will just write it over here, sorted dict, and right now there is nothing inside it, so it's a blank dictionary. Now I will print we are going to sort the dictionary. After that I will call the built-in function sorted on the dictionary to sort all the keys. So here you can see key value is the first value, which means the names. So it will sort Bob, Ali and Cindy in ascending order and store it into a list called sorted list. So now I have a new list called sorted list. Now inside that I have 3 values. Okay, so after you sort, you can see Ali will be coming first because that is starting at A. The next value will be Bob, and the last one will be Cindy. So this is the current data stored inside sorted list. After that I'm going to create a dictionary which is going to store the records in sorted order. So initially the sorted dict doesn't have anything inside it. So here you can see I have sorted dict and nothing is inside it. Now using this for loop, I am going to create entries into this sorted dictionary. So now you can see for n in sorted list. So I am taking value to this for loop from this sorted list. So the first value Ali will be loaded into the control variable n. And after that, I am getting the phone number of Ali from my unsorted dictionary. So here you can see dic is actually dict1, right? Because we have copied the value of dict1 into dic. So dic dot get with key value n. So what is the value of n now? It is Ali. We already know what is the work of this built-in function get. It will get the value stored for Ali. You can see the value stored for Ali is 81813. So that will be stored into P. And now to sort a dictionary, I will write n equal to P. So what is n? That is Ali. Ali colon, what is P? That is the phone number of Ali, 81813. So now you see in this dictionary, the first item is Ali. So now you can see it is getting sorted. Now the control will come back to for loop again. This time I will load the second element from the sorted list, which is Bob, into n. And now with this get function, I will get the phone number of Bob. Now what is the phone number of Bob? 616315. So that will be stored into P. And now with this statement, I will make entry into sorted dict with n equal to P. Now what is n? That is Bob. And what is P? That is a phone number of Bob, 616315. So you see the first element is Ali, second is Bob. Now after that, Cindy will be loaded into n. This will collect the phone number and name of Cindy and just write it to the sorted list. So now you will have Cindy, and the phone number of Cindy is 7168 something. So now we have the sorted dictionary. You can see Ali is coming first, Bob is coming second, and Cindy is coming last. Why? Because Ali starts with A, Bob starts with B, and Cindy starts with C, which is coming after A and B. And after that, you will just print the sorted dictionary. So this will be printed in the output. And after that, this function is finished. The control will come back to the function call. And now the interpreter sees that the program has completely finished, and now the interpreter will stop. So now let us run this program. Alright, our program is ready. You can see we have a set of function definition to the beginning. So this is add function. This is delete function for dictionary. This is modify function. Then you have the check function, whether the friend is available inside dictionary or not. And then we have the last function called sort, which will sort the dictionary. And this is our main program. Okay, so inside our main program, I am just creating the blank dictionary. Then how many friends you want to enter. Using this for loop, we will populate all the friends record into the dictionary. And after that, I will just print the dictionary. Then I will call each of this function one time. Okay, and then my program will stop. So now let us execute this. So first it is asking how many friends you have to enter. I will enter 3, and the first friend I am going to enter is Cindy, for example, and the phone number is 3456 something. Now the second friend I will enter as Ali, and his phone number is 67 something. And the third friend is going to be Bob. His phone number is alright, something. Okay, so now I'll hit enter. Now you can see this for loop is finished. It has accepted all the 3 friends into the dictionary. After that, I have printed the dictionary, so that is why you can see the result is coming over here. I have just inverted the order so that when you sort, you can know Ali is going to come first, Bob will be second, and Cindy has to go last. So we will see whether sort can actually do that. Now after this print statement, the control goes to add function. So now if you come up, now we are inside add, and you can see it has printed add a new friend. That is why you can see this. And then add function needs an input to proceed, name of a friend. Okay, so I will enter a new friend now. Okay, I will give the name as Danny, and the phone number I will set it as something. Enter. So now you can see again I am printing the dictionary, so that is why it is printing again. You can see the new friend and his phone number is added to our dictionary. So now the control will come back to our main program. So add is finished. After that, interpreter will go to the function definition of delete. So again, the control will go up. It will reach here. It will print delete a friend. So that is why you are seeing it here. And now it requires a name of a friend which you don't want inside your contact list. So now here we will try to delete Danny itself. So now I will give Danny. I'll press enter. So now you can see Danny is deleted. After that, I'm printing the dictionary again. You can see here now Danny is not inside the dictionary. The complete item is deleted now. Now the control will come down because that function is finished. Now the control will come to the next function, modify. Now interpreter will go to the modify function and it will print modify phone number of a friend. You can see that is printed here. And now it is expecting name of a friend, and after that a new phone number to modify the phone number of a friend. So right now I will modify the phone number of Ali, and now it is asking for the new phone number. I will start something with 8. So now you can see the phone number of Ali was actually 67555444. Right now this is the new phone number for Ali. Okay, so now when I press enter, you can see after I make the change inside dictionary, I am always printing it just to make sure whether it has happened. So here you can see in the result for Ali, we have updated the new phone number. After that, the control will come down. It will go to check. Now the function will be called. It will print check for a friend in dictionary. So you can see it over here. Now we have to enter name of a friend to see whether we have that particular friend inside our dictionary. So right now I will just give a name of a friend which is not inside the dictionary just to check. So if I say Sita, you can see Sita is not there in the dictionary. So we should get this. Sita is not in dictionary. So this is the output we are expecting. So now when I press enter, you can see here Sita is not in dictionary. So now the control comes to the last function, sort, and now we come to the function definition sort, and you can see for this function you don't have to give any input. So that is why this function has completed its operation and the program is finished. So here you can see this is a sorted dictionary. So you can see Ali has moved to the first position, Bob has taken the second position, and Cindy moved to the last position. So that's all for this program. So with this we are going to wind up our Python studies for class 11th. Alright, so we will have more exciting chapters in class 12. So see you all there. Bye.